Okay, hey, welcome to another episode of PC Whiskey Reviews. My name is Pete.
I'm Craig. Today, in this episode, we're going to talk about a couple of ryes here.
Oh, this is good.
We've talked about Angel's Envy rye before. It's finished in a rum cake. We've talked about it before, and we love it.
Rum cake?
Rum cake or cake. We're also going to compare that today to, if you can find it, get this. This is Seagrass by Barrell. It's their rye. It's finished in a rum cake and an apricot brandy cake. You can tell we've tried this before. It's been a minute. We like them both.
Just like the Angel's Envy, we have not had any of this at all.
Right. I am typically a straight-up bourbon man. However, these expressions of rye are some of my favorite drinkable whiskeys that are out there right now. So we're going to try the Angel's Envy first.
And I never even knew we liked rye until one day I picked one up and we tried the rye. It's like, oh,
Pete, remind me, what does that go for?
Right around $90.
Right on.
Before the tax hits.
So, price-wise, around $90. This is around $130 in Washington. So again, for a special occasion, sipping drink, I think pick it up. If it's not a special occasion, you might want to look for some of that Angel's Envy out there. Both are quite good.
Good luck in finding it. It's not easily attainable.
That's the other thing. They're tough to find. People, in fact, when I was able to, I got this from one of the Total Booze in Something stores. This one was the last one in the store when I was able to grab it, so I was real lucky. There's something about which batch and barrel you got of. This one is
barrel number or something?
3926. It is a 119.3, so it is boozy. So these are going to be really hot on the palate, but the flavors are so fantastic you almost don't care.
So we'll probably start with the Angel's Envy because it's not nearly as
it's not as boozy, right?
Yeah, not nearly as boozy. It's only 100 proof.
Yeah,
but we kind of
like.
But an honest 100. We like our 100 proof.
Pete, correct me if I'm mistaken, but of all top German hockey fans, this is the top rye. Am I mistaken in that, or?
Well, it could be the Seagrass.
We'll find out. The color on that's beautiful, beautiful amber. What I like about these ryes is that you get that rummy, spicy kind of nose when you it's like caramel, butterscotch,
apricot,
wrapped in a hug of goodness when you smell it. It just smells fantastic. Yeah, this is a fantastic kind of dessert whiskey. If you had a really good meal and you want something sweet and great on the palate, absolutely be my guest.
Yeah, everybody used to always go for ports. Well, I think you should go for ryes flavored in cask.
In rum, yeah. Rum cask. Let's give her a taste. What do you think?
I think I'll keep drinking it.
Man, that is good.
I definitely will keep drinking it because it's smooth going down. It gives you a little bit of a Kentucky hug. You got the sweetness that stays on the tongue.
You get these nutmeg and kind of Christmassy notes on this because of that rum cake. It's just fantastic. Plus, you get kind of that full, kind of bold rye whiskey hit that'll punch through, right? It's right at the front of the palate when you taste it. Yeah, nothing bad to say about that.
I love the fact that the rum cask is in there.
Yeah, and that rum seems to, it balances out the oakiness on these whiskeys.
Brings a little more sweetness to it.
Yeah. And strangely, it's a little bit dry on the finish in your mouth, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's just the kind of the character of probably the alcohol content. But this doesn't need water, doesn't need to be on the rocks. This is how you want to drink this. Just sip it and enjoy it. Take your time with it.
Smell on it for a bit.
This is probably one of my top favorite whiskeys. even against some of the top bourbons that I enjoy. I don't know what are your thoughts?
I'm giving it my top rye delight at the moment because there's so many more to try, and I haven't gotten that far into ryes, but I definitely enjoy the Angel's Envy.
What is so, I think, unique about these is everything that it pulls out on that rum keg. So, if
the spiciness,
if you've ever enjoyed a really good sort of
sugar cookie,
spiced rum or something like that, and that's your wheelhouse, try this because I think you're going to enjoy it. A sipping rum, right? Some of the higher end stuff. We used to drink one called Pirate.
Oh my gosh, the Pirate
rum. It has notes of that kind of spiced rum at the finish of it. That if you like that, I think you'll dig this. I'm not going to put any water on it. Let's just finish this off. You think we'll try the next one?
I think so because water. Well, you know what? I'll throw a little water in it just because.
All right.
Just because, why not?
Okay, we'll try it.
We know the other one. We know that it's good without it, and I've had it on the rocks before. But
it is really unfortunate that these things are so hard to find. So I guess our best advice is if you see this on the shelf and you want to give it a shot, just grab it when you see it. It'll be usually gone in about a day. This one particularly was gone in 24 hours when they got their shipment in.
The Angel's Envy is not on the shelf very long. At least the rye version is not. The regular Angel's Envy, you'll see a lot more.
I don't think the water does a lot to that. Maybe a little less hot in the palate, but
subdues all the flavors.
Yeah, I would just drink this neat, I think.
Yeah, you'd have to use a big craft ice ball if you really wanted to chill it down and keep it cool.
It's always about the peat balls with you.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't it
be? Big clear peat balls. We'll toss this down and we'll dig into this next beautiful rye here.
Looking forward to trying that.
I would have to say that, to my recollection, because I've tasted this before, this just has a couple more added layers of deliciousness, delightfulness, as Pete would say, over Angel's Envy, though both are very drinkable.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've tried that one.
All right, we'll be right back.
Man, I am looking forward to getting into this.
All right,
Barrell
folks.
craft.
Seagrass by Barrell. I cannot emphasize enough that if you find this and you've got the budget, grab it and run.
Try it.
Yeah, it's really quite good.
It's not for everybody, but it's something that I definitely like.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking tasty. So, a little light pour here. It's about 40 degrees outside as we finish up our series of bourbon reviews here. So, this is a versus. We're going to compare the two against each other. It's almost not a fair comparison. I mean, this is a pretty rare hard bottle to find, and it's pretty fantastic. I can tell you already that I'm probably going to prefer this to what we just drank because we've had a little taste of it before. This is 119.3%. This is super hot.
What's the barrel number on that?
This one is barrel number 3926. One of the best barrels, I understand. 3927, just a crappy barrel. This one, 3926, fantastic. That's what I've heard.
I probably don't have the 26. I probably have some other barrel. I probably have the 27 barrel.
Yeah. Color, very similar to the Angel's Envy. That added thing with this apricot brandy barrel. Now, in fairness, I've got to, I guess, admit this.
Ooh, what a...
Apricot is one of my favorite flavors in the world, so when that's added into a really good whiskey,
how come I didn't know that about you?
It's almost a no-brainer.
But apricot and whiskey.
Now,
really?
Strangely, on this, I think the Angel's Envy has a better nose. I mean, it just has more of a
more aromatic.
Yeah. That being said, don't let that fool you, because once you start getting this on your palate, it really just takes off and has lots of nice layers. Here we go.
All right, if that's... That apricot just hits
It's
you.
just right in the mid-tone, and it lingers. That apricot kind of overtone lingers right to the very finish.
It does.
And the last bit is sort of a peppery, spicy hit right at the very end of that, and then it kind of just fades away.
I get the spiciness. I'm not sure about the peppery though.
Yeah, well, it hits me kind of in that back of the palate, kind of a spicy, peppery thing. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's 119 proof.
I don't get that when I drink that as 119 proof.
And it, strangely, no hug, right? There's no burn,
No.
really.
No.
And that's at full test. Color is, it's light.
Nice amber color.
Yeah. You'd expect it to be, I don't know, perhaps a bit darker. I don't know. What's the age statement on this? Do we even know?
Well, it's barrel. They mix everything together, so probably a combination of 12 barrels of
Yeah, who
God
knows?
how many years.
So we know it's at least 4 years. But anyway,
Just on the
Quite
aroma
good.
alone, I would go for the Angel's Envy. But for the sampling, I would definitely go for the
yeah,
Seagrass.
this is it has the same kind of rye notes. A touch of caramel, light on the oak, and there's a sweetness to the nose, but it's much more pronounced in the Angel's Envy.
If you are a fan of apricot, you'll definitely enjoy this.
Wow, that is fantastic. So, I will say this. Out of the two, I think this gets the nod, but not by a ton. I mean, I would say this is,
How is it with water?
I have no idea.
Well, I think we should try it.
I think I need to steal some.
Wow.
Wow. We've just had a nabbing of the apricot right in front of our very own eyes.
I can't
Well,
believe
let's
it's
put a
gone
little
away.
water in.
Let's drop a little bit in there. Another drop?
Now, I wouldn't put water in this if we weren't reviewing it. I would just drink it like it is. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers, it is. Oh, wait a minute. I can do that again. That's better.
That's much better.
That's better.
What happened the first time?
My hands were up high, not low.
All right, knock it off. All right, folks. A little touch of water.
Brings out more of the spiciness.
Yeah, hotter, strangely, huh?
Yeah.
That's weird.
All right. My recommendation is to enjoy it neat.
Yeah.
Forget the ice.
It doesn't destroy it, but strangely, that made that
It makes it a little hotter.
spicier on
Yeah.
the finish.
Wow, what a difference.
Did you get any of the pepper notes that time with a little bit of water?
Yeah, a little more pepper at the end. Well, spice. I don't know if it's not. It's not a pepper spice to me.
Yeah, there's a slight earthy finish right at the very end of that sip. Again, not in a bad way. That's all good. Pete, if we had to do a PC thumbs up, I would give this the edge, but that is, I'm biased. I love apricot.
Ooh.
So of the two, there's a lot of similarity, but there's some subtle differences,
Oh my
and that's
gosh.
all on the apricot, I think. So I'm going to give this to Barrell. Often the reviews are kind of hype. This is not a hyped review from what I've read online. That's why this is so hard to find. Is people are like, oh my god, you got to find this rye because it's fantastic. They're right. It's quite good. So if you see it, grab it, I would say. Secondary market on this thing, I've seen people trying to get $400 a bottle. So
Really? Wow.
yeah, try to grab this in the store, at the big box store when it's on the shelf and save yourself a ton of money. The good thing about the Angel's Envy is I haven't seen a huge secondary market takeover on this particular rye or their bourbon.
Well, why would they? I mean, it has the angel wings in the back. I mean, they can't do that to the angel.
Yeah, the Angels would be pissed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They would be protected.
I don't know if you've heard this, but the Angel Bologna is an absolute fan of German hockey players. Which I didn't even know anything about that until I did a little more research into Abel's Envy. Abel's? Abel's Envlom. Shinga Boom Flom. Shucka shucka.
Oh, cheers. But we never finished out which one's better.
I think to my taste, this is absolutely takes the nod.
That's
by
because
a little
you're
bit.
a fan of apricot. You're an
That is
apricot
true.
guy.
I'm not arguing with that. What do you think?
I love the taste of the seagrass, but I definitely like the Angel's Envy rye aroma. Just if you're gonna if you have to take all your senses into effect, if you smell on it, I think the Angel's Envy smells way better than the seagrass, but the seagrass tastes better than the Angel's Envy.
So you like smell over taste?
Well, okay, let me smell the Angel's Envy and let me drink the seagrass. That's okay. I'm all right with that.
So which is your favorite of the two?
I have to choose one.
Yep. This
Why
is a
would I go with
versus.
the low price versus the high price? I'll go for the high price.
Well, if it's by price, that's another thing to consider. If it's by price, this is 130-ish.
Yeah.
That's 90-ish.
Yeah, around there, I think. Last I
So,
checked.
do you like this $130? Do you like that at $90 for the experience?
I love the $90 and I love the $130, but then you spend $130. I'm like, what bourbons do I like for $130?
Yeah.
So that's then we're getting to other options.
Well, I would put this in the same category as
Something in my bar. I need to have it in my bar.
I would put this on for myself. I'd put this on level with Booker's.
Yeah.
It's for me very satisfying. It's delicious, neat. It's got a great booze content. I gotta go with this. And if you're going to make a PC Delight, which has got an apricot front kind of flavor profile, which is a mixed drink we're going to be doing very soon for you to see and witness for yourself. One we came up for ourselves for our channel. The two apricot flavors marry up. We're using an apricot kind of liqueur to go with the whiskey.
But we don't mix with this because
I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a PC
really?
Delight
Wow.
going full apricot. It's going to be fantastic. We'll do that. In fact, when we do the episode, we'll do that. It'll be like one of the priciest mixed drinks we've ever mixed. But anyway, hey guys, if you like this content, remember to absolutely hit the subscribe button so you can get more of that content. Hit the bell if you want notifications about new episodes coming out. If you don't like the content, Pete,
I say always hit the thumbs down twice because that's the way we are about it.
now to round this episode out, Pete, what is our tagline?
What is our tagline? You keep drinking until you find the one you want.
Keep drinking until you find the one you like. Cheers. We'll see you on the next episode, folks. Let me say it again. Cheers. We'll see you at the next episode, folks.
I love it.